Just before we get started, just so people know where you're coming from, just tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
Right, we bought a shoe store 25 years ago or more, a little over 25 years ago,
Yep.
and we've gradually built it up from there into the type of business that we wanted to have, quality, and we have been in Auckland 11 years.
Okay. So, in terms of marketing your business before, what sort of things have you done? Have you done any marketing or?
Yes, we have, and we've had a database that we've been building up for almost 20 years. And we have used advertising agencies to work with. I've used 2 different advertising agencies. I found them, only since I've worked with you, I've discovered just how expensive they were and how much you could actually do with a little bit of help and direction and save an awful lot of money.
Sure, excellent. So, what would be your biggest challenge, would you say?
Communicating regularly with the database appropriately, like so that it is meaningful to that customer.
Yes, that's really important. Yeah, absolutely. So, when we started with you, what sort of things did we do?
We sent out $50 to the customers in our quiet month of the year. We sent them $50 to those who had spent during that particular season. We sent them $50 that they could come in and use, and it was to be used within that particular month. In this case, it was December, say,
yes,
which is a tail off for us, a summer season, and they could come in and buy something extra and use the $50. It cost us about $450.
Okay.
Generated over $10,000 extra turnover.
Wow, so that was a good return.
It was a good return.
Yeah.
Excellent return for $450.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing, you know, low cost strategies that return great results, and so that's fantastic. All right, Faye, what else, what other things are we working on, or have you worked on since I've been working with you?
We've worked on Contra.
Yeah.
And we're looking at working towards doing a Contra again at the quiet time of the year and driving business from another business to us and vice versa, driving business from us to them.
Now, I know you mentioned before about having a business plan, and a lot of businesses don't necessarily have a business plan, so what happened there?
I suspect a lot of small businesses don't have a business plan. Having somebody to, a fresh perspective being brought to the business was really good. An objective look at the business and what the business stands for and what it's about was really, really helpful. I did the business plan with the outline that you'd given me to work to, and it has been very helpful.
Right. Because sometimes you just need some direction, don't you? You sort of know where you're going in your mind, but if you haven't got it written down, it's actually hard to, you know, figure out.
I'm not sure if you know where you're going, Andy. No. I think you just keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I think we all do that, absolutely.
You're busy working in the business, and you're working and you're doing what needs to be done, and you don't actually stand back too often and look at it objectively, and unless you write it down, it doesn't, it wafts off somewhere.
Sure. Right.
So that is one of the most powerful things I've had from working with you too, is having that business plan together.
Great. Well, that's fantastic, Faye. Just lastly, I guess, what would you say to someone who's looking to engage my services and is maybe feeling a little bit hesitant about, you know, bringing someone on board, or?
I think the way you work is superb in the respect that it's not a massive cost. Also, what it does is it gives, every business can be improved.
Yeah.
Absolutely, every business can do better.
Sure.
And I've found not only can you do better, but you can look at it with a more objective perspective of where you're heading.
Fantastic.
So those 2 things, I mean, alone.